There's a whole nother third aspect of this film which is not shown in the trailer in any way whatsoever. So there's no way for you to possibly guess it unless you are psychic.
Okay,
so good luck.
I'm going.
You're good.
All right.
Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Do you know this whole show? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah, you know that.
He's one question away from like 20 million rupees. How did he do it? He cheated? He's lucky? Or he's a genius?
Or D. It's always the D.
Yes. Are you nervous? It's the wrong answer!
Doctors, lawyers never get beyond 60,000 rupees. He's on 10 million. What can our Slumdog possibly know?
I went on the show because I thought she'd be watching. She's my destiny.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Oh my god, his face.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
How?
So there's just one part of what's going on here.
I know, but it seems to be the center of a lot.
Slumdog Millionaire.
All right.
Doctors, lawyers.
This is not an easy one, Mason.
This is not an
I
easy
didn't.
one. It is not an easy one.
Listen, I gave you Tropic Thunder last time. I can only give you so many softballs, all right? Eventually I have to entertain the viewers and make you look like an idiot. So now Mason is going to try and guess the plot of Slumdog Millionaire.
This is tough because half the movie was girl, and the other half of the movie was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Which, for me, having to put those two together is just gonna lead to a whole new movie.
And I'm gonna help you out a little bit. There's a whole nother third aspect of this film which is not shown in the trailer in any way whatsoever. So there's no way for you to possibly guess it unless you are psychic.
Okay,
so good luck.
I'm going trying to make
fun. I love this. This is the most fun. I love this.
So I'm gonna start with what I had originally, just watching the trailer.
Character's name is Jamal, by the way.
Okay, so Jamal, he meets this woman, and they are struggling financially, but he is a very smart person. He's just not really from like a great area, great home that doesn't have a lot of money. So he goes to this Indian Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but I think some of these Who Wants to Be a Millionaire questions, like the questions themselves, make him question certain aspects of his life. Like one question might be on like, what does he value most?
Okay.
And the certain answers will be certain things, and he'll really have to think it through, think the questions through, and really have to like think like, oh, this is what I value. Learns a lot just from the questions themselves about his life.
Yeah.
So tell me how far off I am.
I don't think you're as far off as I think you are, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Before he was on the Millionaire Show,
yes,
he did know the girl that you see in the trailer, but not as adults. They knew each other as kids, and so this is a movie I really don't want to go into too many spoilers. So between you and the viewers out there, if you haven't seen this movie, please go watch this movie. The reason I picked this trailer is because I feel like this movie's being lost with time, and I really don't think it should. This movie came out, it won all of the awards, Rightfully so, in my opinion. I think it's an extremely powerful movie. When this movie came out, I don't think that Indian culture was in the forefront of the average American mind.
Yeah.
I think this movie helped put Indian culture in front of the average white man. Honestly, for lack of a better term, this movie opened my eyes and many people like me and other cultures to a whole different culture that we weren't aware of. At the heart of it, it is a love story, but it is very much a cultural study as well, where the actual millionaire aspect of it ties in with his life. Is each question from the Millionaire Show ties back to a specific memory in his life.
So basically right.
You were very close.
I'll take it.
You were saying that the questions would make him change his current aspect of his life, but really it's basically imagine, just think complicated trivia answers, who was the king of this country however long ago, and that would flash back to 20 years earlier. His mom used to read him a book that was about that one king, where it was if his mom chose to read any other book to him, he would have not known the answer, but just because she happened to read that one book, he happened to know the answer. So the other aspect, so what's cool about this, there's a little bit of a time jumping element in this movie. There's also an aspect where they don't show in the trailer, he's being tortured after the game show by the game show people, and they're torturing him how'd you know the answers? There's no way you would have known that, and then he's recollecting these memories, and that's how you go back. So there's actually 3 different timelines that go on. You jump back in the past, you have the current time of when he's on the show, and then there's the future where he's being tortured after the fact. And basically they're trying to find a way to not give him the money, prove that he cheated so they don't have to pay him the 10 million rupees. Yeah, so you have all those different storylines going on. And there's some really, really heavy shit in this movie, man. And there's some really, really sad shit. But there's also some really happy shit. There's some really funny shit. There's a lot of shit. There's literally children diving into piles, just shit. So just, a lot of shit.
Do I believe that? Does that actually happen? Or
maybe you should watch the movie and find out. It's kind of a famous scene. What do you think? You gonna check it out?
Just because of that reason alone? Yes.
I'm just saying, I feel like it's the type of movie that, someone your age, I think, would see that movie on wherever, streaming wherever. You'd think, that seems boring, that seems dumb, that seems whatever. And you know what? Maybe so. At your age, you might not appreciate it, but it's something that I would suggest, maybe when you get older, it definitely is more mature. It's something that if I was 15 and watching it, I probably wouldn't pull all of the learning. And now, granted, when it first came out, I probably was 15 when I saw it, and I probably didn't fully get it. It was when I rewatched again in college, when I really could sympathize and really sink in more. So yeah, maybe you're 4 or 5 years away.
Yeah.
And then, you'll get drunk on a Saturday night in college, you'll watch it and cry your eyes out. Something to look forward to. Thanks for checking out this video.
Like and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about the movie in the comments below.
Let us know if there's any movies you want us to watch. Who knows, maybe we'll watch them together.